What up, YouTube? Hey, it's Jake from Prime. I'm gonna give you guys a little tour of my condo, full-size truck. Goes along with how I did the tour of my lightweight. That way you guys can kind of see what the difference is. And we'll come across the gauges. Voltmeter, oil pressure, water, oil temp, turbo, tach, speedometer, primary, secondary air gauges, axle temperatures, fuel tank and DEF gauge, radio. This radio is XM. My old radio was a Sirius one, but all our radios have the auxiliary input USB and by the headphone jack. Air pressure applied to brakes. See how the tip on the brakes shows you how much pressure you're applying to your brakes. Trans temp. Air pressure on how much pressure your airbags are putting out onto your load. Right weight scale. That way you can actually tell how much weight is on your drives without even getting scaled. This is the Duran tire inflation system. You go in and I can go through. So my right front tire is 110, left front's 114, 108, 109, 102, and 109. Check my air brakes, and also if it were to get lower on the road or anything, it would alarm me for it. Right here's my on-guard system. Tell me the speed of any vehicles come out in front of me. If you're driving at night with this, all you do is hit this button. That's the day screen. That's what it looks like at night, so that way it doesn't blind you. Then we've got fifth wheel slide release. Here's how to drop your suspension for unhooking to a trailer. That way you don't have to crank the landing gear all the way up. The differential lock. So if you're in bad weather conditions, you can just lock your differentials. Here's all our switches down the bottom. Mirror heat, regen, info, buzzer, engine brake, traction control, lane alert system with our trucks. Let's see if I can get it so it flares. We have Easy Pass and the Pro Pass, and this great thing right here is a camera that monitors your lane position. If you start drifting over one lane or another, you'll get a buzzer on which side it's going off. Temperature controls. Try and get down. Qualcomm. Little faster side glove box. Got a cup holder for over there. There is no cup holder, so you got to buy a little extra thing like that. Come around. A little different on the full size. It's got these little storage pockets above the door on each side. There's my cheap CB. I barely use that. I just use that shipper, so I don't need anything fancy. Storage compartment that can lock. We got a little cargo storage up here. My permit book, my atlas, and also down here is also my book with all my fuel stops and washout locations. Up here I've got all my seals, any extra stuff I would need up there, and there's the storage about there. Storage cabinet all the way down behind the seat. This one I got set up is for all my clothes. So I get some light on this. All my clothes are hanging up. Rags and stuff down the bottom. For my clothes. Little cubby down here. I got my bread and snacks, cereal and stuff like that down in there. Here's a drawer. Nice writing surface. This is my catch-all drawer. Little storage cabinet down here. Got some stuff in there. Now my students, when they get on the truck, If you guys are wondering how much room you get for your stuff, here's your cabinet. You have to fold your clothes. It's not as big as the other side because my TV is below there. So that's how much storage space. Plus, I'll hop up to get up to the top bunk here. There's a step right there. You come across, and there's another step over there. It's kind of a balancing act you got to do to get up here. So you get up, and then also there's a little storage hole right here you can store some stuff into. Probably dirty clothes, whatever you want to throw in there. That's all right now. I've also got space underneath the bunk for my students, but you don't want to be going constantly in and out from underneath your bunk. Now up top here, there's your top bunk, and also it's got a switch up here for the light. That's that light right there. So that way at night you can have your own light on and not be blinding me while I'm trying to sleep. And hop down below. So there's my TV, got my Xbox, microwave, fridge all strapped down. That's not going anywhere. And then, let's see, we got light. There's this knob here for the bunk heater during winter. Rig master for your AC and fan. Right now it's saying 80 degrees in here. Vent for down here. The controls for all your lights, and you can turn the speakers off. So if you're running TNT or Team, you can actually mute the speakers for the sleeper. The front speakers will be on. And then the controls for the AC or heat while the truck's running. Got a little light back there. That's a safety net. You're supposed to have that on if you're laying in the bunk while driving. That way, if you were getting in an accident or anything like that, you'd be secured into the bunk. But because I'm training I'm always awake with my students, so I just got it zip tied up. Got some cleaners hanging up there. There's my movies. That's about the tour, and I've got a little nook back in there. I got my water, some ketchup and stuff back in there. That's about all. That's it for the interior. There's not a whole lot of space, so you don't want to be trying to bring 10 bags worth of stuff with you. Bring yourself about a week and a half's worth of clothes, food and stuff that we can split. But it'll be all depend how your trainer's got his truck set up. Any questions, give me a shout at primedriverjacob@gmail.com. And everyone stay safe. Alright, peace.